Hey y'all. So I know it's been a minute, but let me just say, I'm very excited to get this season up and running again. I came out to the garden this morning just to look at it, and I had some beautiful treasures. And so I'm going to take these in and put them up. It's not a lot to do anything with, but it's exciting. We have a lot of tomatoes that's on the vines. They're not ready yet, but I don't know if you can see all that goodness. Some of these were fasciated, and so we might not be using all of them. But there was a sudden explosion of green tomatoes everywhere. So, and cucumbers. Cucumbers are coming. Let me see if I can find those ones very easily. There are some green beans still on the vine that I'm gonna let get a little bit bigger. But, oops, I'm dropping tomatoes. But this is just evidence that it is time to kick off the garden season. I didn't plant a whole lot this year because, as some of you all may know, I'm trying to buy a house. And so I didn't know how long I was going to be here, and I didn't want to have a whole bunch of stuff in the garden that I would have to keep maintaining after I move. So we don't know where that's going. But the okra looks like it's takes off slow, but I need to come in here and pull some of these collard leaves off and give it to the chickens. But it's exciting. What is about to happen out here? As you can see, there's some green beans kind of dangling. I don't know if you can see those back there, but I want them to get a little bit bigger. Cucumber babies. Cucumber babies. Let's look back here because there were some back here. How exciting. We even got some jalapenos popping. Look at that. I believe this is a Tabasco. I do not remember where I put everything. So there's just some wonderful surprises, a little bit of something everywhere happening. So hopefully we'll be able to harvest some stuff before it's time for me to go and leave this garden behind, but start an even bigger one somewhere else. So just wanted to give y'all a little check-in, a little short video saying I'm still here. We're still gonna do some content. I just haven't found the time between work and the twins and the other kids. And hey everyone, so it's actually the next day. A lot happened yesterday. I didn't get a chance to edit the video, and I also realized that it was a lot that I couldn't use. So I had to come back out here today and record some more content. One of the things that I was showing during the part that I couldn't use was the garden, of course, because it is in full bloom. Now, yesterday, I got a handful of sun golds. I got another handful of sun golds. These things are like exploding on here. There's so many on this one plant. I mean, look at all of that. All the way up to the top. And and then I have two plants. I didn't realize I planted two. So look, even back there, there are just so many. Like I didn't even see these that are kind of ripe too. These sun golds. We had a lot of rain today, a lot, and I love it because the garden needed it. It's been very hot lately. So the rain was very helpful. But with that, these ripe cherry tomatoes, I'm so torn. I feel like I need to take them. I need to go ahead and harvest all of them because I don't want them to start to split. Last year, when I was pregnant with the twins, I missed a lot of tomatoes, and a lot of them split really bad when we had like a lot of rain. So I think I'm gonna go inside and get me a little bowl and come and get all of these sun golds that are ripe so that they don't split. It just finished raining, so hopefully they haven't absorbed too much water. I don't know. You just never know, guys. But another thing that has changed drastically in one day are these cucumbers. So I showed you some cucumbers. I mean, they have gotten so big in just one day. Look at this one. I mean, okay, let me just say, this cucumber was like so small yesterday. And also there's just so many more that wasn't here yesterday. I mean, everywhere. So I'm excited about that. I did not have good germination on one of my cucumber varieties, and I don't know which one it was. I think it was the Armenian long ones, but so that side didn't have anything sprout up, so I planted some more of the silver slicers maybe, which I think is what is like all over this plant right here. Another thing that I am not sure of, because it's my first year planting some of these varieties, is this purple potted one. Now, it doesn't look like it's swelling. Oops, dropped some. It doesn't look like this is swelling a whole lot. And I can't remember if I planted a noodle bean, which is supposed to get long. I want to say I did, because that actually is a lot longer than it was yesterday. And so it seems like it's getting longer. So that must be a noodle bean. So I'm going to leave it. Hopefully it's a noodle bean. I'm going to leave it and just see how long it gets. There's a few little ones on this plant. You see little babies. Some more up here. So I'm just gonna leave them there. Oh, look. Oh, they're everywhere. There's a lot of blossoms going all the way up. I'm gonna leave it because I think they're supposed to be the noodle beans. I grabbed a handful of green beans this morning before it started raining too. And there's already 2 more. Maybe I missed them. Maybe they grew today. But we're still not getting enough all at once to even cook. So I have been freezing them. Last year I did not freeze them. I would pick them and then I ate them raw sometimes, or I would forget about them and they got really soft, and then I didn't cook them and I would just compost them or give them to the chickens. But this year I said, let me put them in the freezer. But I want to show you something that I did neat as well. So this was also in preparation for my move. I purchased a few of these planters. Like I already had purchased these 2. This one and that one over there. Those are my herbs. These are my strawberries. But then I went ahead. They had a Mother's Day sale at Greenstock. And so I went ahead and purchased 2 more of the These are the 7 tier, and then these are the 5 tier. These are the original ones, and they had a sale for Mother's Day of the original ones, and I ordered them on Mother's Day, and I just got them maybe like a week ago or less. But what I did was I planted some bush beans, and they are starting to sprout, and I knew I did this. So as you can see, there's 3 in this one. Oh, it might actually be 4. Yep. So I couldn't remember where I stopped. So there's 4 sprouting in that one, and that's fine. If they if all 4 of them sprout, maybe I'll just transplant 2 of them, because some of these don't have any sprout. Anyways, I also planted some sweet peas, and they are sprouting. I planted them on this tier so that they can kind of cascade over the side. This is really going to be an experiment, so I will be probably harvesting the sweet peas and the green beans at the same time. I need to fertilize these strawberries because they are coming out a little weird and small. We have been eating them though. I also need to go through and kind of get some of these dead leaves off, but I will definitely do that when we get off the phone while I still have some daylight. But we've been eating these strawberries every day. I'll come out and find some ripe ones, and I've had to throw out the ones that have been nibbled on because I still got these squirrels. I saw the cutest thing the other day though. I came out to check on the garden, and where my collards are, it's really like dense in there. Haven't pulled them up yet. And I walk over to grab a green bean, and like 3 rabbits come like full force out of the collard greens and took off. And I wasn't even mad. They can have the collard greens. I really didn't harvest any of my collards from this spring. I had some bug damage, and I just kind of used them as a sacrificial plants because it was so bad by the time I caught it. I couldn't find the caterpillars. It kept raining, so my diatomaceous earth kept, getting washed away. And they were so holy. So I just left the collards for the worms and caterpillars and stuff. And I would rip off some leaves, give it to the chickens, and it kept them away from my other plants. So we're doing something, huh? I think I did have some footage with the okra that was salvageable, but just in case, here's my little okra plants I'm very proud of, because last year I did not successfully grow okra. Last year was a bit of an experiment and a bit of a letdown in the garden, just because, I was pregnant with twins. I couldn't get around like I would have liked to, but I did get some things out of the garden. It wasn't a total disaster. Ooh, I did not see. Let me see if I can get it. These little dangly green beans here. I'm about to get them. Did not see these this morning. It's time to start looking up, huh? I'm excited that I was able to plant some bush beans in my green stock planter, because I want to can some green beans this year. And last year, my total harvest was maybe like 2 pots full. And those were, some of them were soft, and I had to add green beans from the grocery store. I don't want to do that this year. So, peppers are still going. I don't know if I was actually able to get the green peppers, the bell peppers. Now, I mean, they may both be green bell peppers, or they may be other bell peppers. They all start off green, so I'm not sure. I believe these are the shishito peppers. Not 100% sure. I know this one is a Sugar Rush Peach. And I made the mistake last year of thinking that was the lemon pepper. But I had not let it get fully grown. I do not know what this one is. Maybe a Cubanelle? Can't really tell. I don't know what I did with these things. I know this one is a jalapeno. And I don't know what these are. I think this is my favorite one because I remember putting it over here, I want to say, which is the Lisel. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll have to just spell it on the screen. This is the only ground cherry that even somewhat survived. I need the weed. Unfortunately, though, all of my ground cherries died during the harden off process. I don't know what it was about the ground cherries that just scolded so bad. I mean, I kept taking them inside. None of my other peppers and tomatoes got sunburned like that. I'm still new to this, y'all. We're learning together, okay? But yeah, I left it in the ground. It was like 2 leaves on it when I first planted it. So maybe it'll do something because it's got some, I don't know. I'm not too hopeful. But yeah, so I just wanted to see if I could re-record some of that content that I lost yesterday. See how this video goes. Thanks for hanging out. Be blessed.